I'm going to tell you about how Villa d'Este in Como developed into one of the best hotels in the world. At times it was owned by a dancer and a general, a queen and an empress. It was also the location of a notorious celebrity murder. And besides, why is Lake Como nicknamed Hollywood on Como? The story begins when Gerardo Landriani, the Bishop of Como, founded a convent in the area in 1442. Subsequently, this was rebuilt by another Cardinal of Como by the name of Tolomeo Gallio, but he used it as a private residence and had it designed by the famous designer Pellegrino Tibaldi. Thus, Villa del Garrovo was built in 1568, and its beautiful gardens became a magnet for politicians, intellectuals in the late 1500s. To learn more about La Bella Italia, consider subscribing. Between 1749 and 1769, it was used by Jesuits. In 1784, the Calderari family from Milan began a huge restoration program, creating a new Italian-style park, as well as building a temple which included a statue of Hercules. The widow of Marquis Calderari, by the name of Vittoria Peluso, was a former ballerina at the La Scala Theatre in Milan, and she married the general Count Domenico Pino. Villa d'Este became the residence of Caroline of Brunswick, the rejected wife of the Regency-era King George IV of England. He had a reputation for scandal and extravagance, whereas she built Villa Cima in 1814 and created an English-styled garden. It was converted into a deluxe hotel for the elite in 1873, but kept the name Villa d'Este due to the fame at the time of Villa d'Este in Tivoli, which is on the outskirts of Rome. Forbes once described Villa d'Este as the best hotel in the world. Of course, the hotel gives its elite guests complete privacy and discretion. The hotel grounds include private villas, including Villa Cima, Villa Malakoff, Villa Garrovo, and the Mosaic House. The hotel presents the Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este annually since 1928. This is a display of prestigious vintage and concept cars. Cars are often presented in competition in a better state of restoration than they were when they were first built. This was also the location of a notorious murder in 1948, when a wealthy playboy by the name of Carlo Sacchi was murdered by his lover, Countess Pia Belentani. As Carlo Sacchi fell, the Countess Pia failed to then kill herself, as her pistol jammed. She was promptly arrested, and this triggered a scandalous celebrity court case. The annual Ambrosetti Forum is an international workshop attended by global figures in politics, finance and trade. Things to do in and around Cernobbio. Enjoy the beautiful Art Nouveau styled museum of Villa Bernasconi. If you're feeling active, hike the long trek La Via dei Monti Lariani. For a shorter trek, Sente di Sort is a short but challenging trek with beautiful views over the lake. Relax at the Botanical Garden in Cernobbio. If you are lucky enough to be invited to the conference centre Villa Erba, you can enjoy the spectacular backdrop. Unfortunately, it is not open to the public. For centuries, Lake Como has inspired poets, artists and musicians, ranging from Virgil, Pliny, Shelley, Stendhal, Byron, Longfellow, Rossini, Verdi, Liszt, Puccini, not just George Clooney. The hotel guests include people from Mark Twain, Joseph Heller, and pretty much every royal family you can think of. The area is rightly known as Hollywood on Lake Como, since Villa d'Este has been visited by Douglas Fairbanks, Greta Garbo, Betty Davies, Elizabeth Taylor, Sharon Stone, Clark Gable, Gary Cooper, Mel Gibson, Jose Carreras and Woody Allen, Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Calvin Klein, Robert De Niro, Elton John, Lauren Bacall, Robert Mitchum, Gene Kelly, John Legend and Alfred Hitchcock.